Good morning everybody, happy Thursday, hope you're having a good day. So we're back this week with talking about how to keep your home address private when forming a limited company. We're discussing this because it's a question we get asked a lot here at Companies Made Simple, and it's something that comes up a lot as well. So a lot of people don't actually realise that when they form a limited company, their address may be on the public register, their residential address. So Matty, go through the different types of addresses that people need to register when they form a limited company and what they need to know about each one.
Yeah. Okay, so when you form a company, you do need to provide quite a few different addresses. Some are on the public register and some aren't. So I'm just going to run through these now. So first up, you have the company's registered office. Now, as you'd expect, this is the official address for the company and so is on the public register. Now, the thing with this address is your company doesn't need to be based at the address, you don't even need to trade from the address, and no one needs to even live at the address. The only requirement is that if any official government mail comes to the address, it's forwarded on to the company directors. Now, because of this, we offer a registered office service whereby you can use our address as your registered office, and then we'll forward on any official government mail onto you free of charge. So whilst it would be fine to use a residential address as your registered office, to keep it off the public register, don't, and use an alternative address that you have permission to use. Next up, you've got the director's service address. Now, very similar to the registered office, this is the official address for your company directors, and so it is on the public register. But again, no one needs to be based at the address. The only requirement is that as long as mail comes to the address, it's forwarded on to your company directors. Now, we offer an alternative service. It's not a registered office service, but we offer a director's service address service, whereby you can also use the same address, our address, as your company's director's address. Now, it doesn't matter if you've got one director or 20, you can use the service address for all them different directors. Now, next up, we've got the director's residential address. Now, this must be your director's residential address, but the good news is it isn't on the public register, unless you also use your residential address as a registered office or director's service address, whereby it will automatically be on the public register. But if you use your proper residential address and an alternative address as the service address or registered office, it will be off the public register. So I know there's quite a few different addresses here. Next up, you've got the director's shareholder address. Sorry, just the shareholder address. Now, this is on the public register, but again, if you have the director's service address service, you can use our address. Then you've got the PSC address. Again, this will be on the public register, but if you use our director's service address, you can keep it off with that. Then you've got the secretary address. If you do have a company secretary, the address will be on the public register, but our director's service address will also cover that. So that is quite a few addresses, so I'll briefly run through them all again. So you've got the registered office is on the public register, director's service address is on the public register, director's residential address not on the public register, shareholder address on the public register, PSC address on the public register, secretary address, if you do want a secretary, is on the public register. But our director's service address will cover most of them for you, and our registered office address will also cover your registered office for you.
Okay, fantastic. So if people want their home addresses totally private, they just need to pay attention to the registered office address and the service address.
Yeah.
And they can use our address instead, and that we sell those services, or they're actually included in the privacy package.
Exactly.
When forming a company. Okay, fantastic. And just to confirm, you said that if they used our registered office address, they then get their government mail sent to us and we'll forward it on to them, included in the service. And that is all letters from the company's house and HMRC.
Exactly, yes. So anything that's important that your directors have to see, we'll forward on. It doesn't include regular mail, so if any junk mail that comes to us, we won't forward that on. But official government mail that you must see, we will forward it on.
Okay. Great, fantastic. So I hope that's a little bit clearer for everybody. So that's how to keep your home address private when forming a limited company. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Bye.